All right, so this is week 6, and this is lecture 4 that's going to cover the last two of the missional transformative movements that we've been talking about thus far. So again, I'm gonna bring us up to date. This idea of first beholding, gazing deeply into the communities that we find ourselves, seeing them for what they truly are, what we believe to see. The Spirit's going to help us see what they are, give us discernment, then living emptied out canonically of our power and presuppositions so that we can listen well and cultivate a sense of hearing and awareness of what's truly going on in the communities that we're serving. Um, in order that we can name the systemic needs within the community itself, empowering missional agents to creatively engage those needs for the sake of transformation. And then finally, what we talked about in this last lecture was then equipping, right? Equipping and investing your life in those that are going to go out and make the difference. So this where we ended with the last lecture is where we pick up with this lecture, and it's what I call dispersing or using Hammond and Crenshaw's word sentness, right? Okay, so think about it in these terms. Luke chapter 10, what does Jesus do? He empowers 72 people to go out, right? To go out and make a difference. When we talk about Jesus dispatching, dispersing, and sending people, he sends them out into communities, not waiting for the community itself to come to him or to come to them, but sending them out for the sake of engagement. This is where we get our hands dirty, right? Where we get involved and invested into the life of the community. You cannot affect a community from the safety of your sanctuary, okay? And that's one of the things that I think the church has fallen prey to for a long time, is that we've built it and hoped that they would come. That's not the way the church works. This centrifugal model that we've been talking about is being flung out into the world. And so much of the ministry that we do is going to happen out there, not in here where we are. And so we've got to do a good job of empowering those who are dispersed, dispatched, and sent out into the community, sending them out, looking for persons of peace. We talked about how when Jesus sends them out, he says, go into a house, and if your peace rests upon the house, stay there. There's going to be people of peace that you're going to come into contact with, people who share a heartbeat for the kind of transformation that you want to see happen in the community. And get this, some of them might not even be Christians. Some of them may not even have faith at all. But they have a heartbeat for transformation. And why not allow our peace to reside upon them and theirs upon us, and us partner and team up for the sake of the kingdom, even when they don't know that they are seeking the kingdom ends. And they may be influenced and impacted by the gospel simply because we're not trying to reinvent any wills, but instead that we are trying to, for the sake of God, make a difference together in this world. So where and with whom can we find ourselves tangled up and woven together so that we can make a broader difference? What organizations, what other churches, what are the community groups can we partner? In churches, I think a lot of times we have this sort of buffet style mentality where we've got to start programs for everything. What happens if many of those programs already exist? Why wouldn't we empower our people, training and equipping them to use their missional creativity to partner with organizations that already exist, that are already doing that work, so that we are infusing kingdom DNA within those environments and organizations, empowering them and affirming the work that they're doing. So this is a very much a hands open kind of mentality. Missional living, missional creativity is hands open. I don't hold on to my people. I don't hold on to my programs. I don't hold on to my resources. I live with hands open, empowering, dispatching, and sending out into the community. And so I want to challenge us to begin to think about, who am I investing in that I can empower to send out, dispatch into the community, to locate or partner with an organization within a community that ultimately will make a difference. So that's disperse, dispatch, and send. Okay, so that's move number 7. And move number 8 for me is sort of where this leads to, And this is the multiplication and extension of ministry. I am convinced that when we create empowering environments, we can no longer hold on to our ministry or our church as the locus or the central place of all importance. That if you empower missional creativity well, and you invest in missional agents well, they're going to go out and start things. They're going to go do things. They're going to go make a difference. And so I think that's really important for us to realize. I'm going to stop this because I'm having problems with the video, and then I'm going to finish up with one last little bit of the lecture.